Yesterday I tried to get a unit here, but all the individual lower ones were gone. The man here, a young man from Australia, paid $37 a night, and they offered me one for $75 on the top, which I could care less about. Walked across the street, literally, and got this one, which is beautiful, with a magnificent bed, air conditioning, which the other one didn't have, and this one is $20 or $25, I'm not quite sure. Now I'm going to walk through town. The waterfront is to our right, down about where those ladies are, a little bit farther on. If you turn left, you hit the waterfront, although the waterfront also continues around the bay in that direction. But we're going to go this way towards the airport and pass to Playa Loberia, another gorgeous flower that I hadn't photographed before, I don't believe. Look at how deep inside that you go. Look how deep it is. Beautiful. Last night they were painting this white to get a clean sheet of paper, and you can see the drawings. It's going to be for children. There's a young girl, another girl, and so they're mixing up the paints today. So when I come back tonight, it will be very pretty. Or tomorrow. This is a bakery I could smell last night. I don't know if they cooked last night or they did it today, but we'll go in and find out. Just some interesting tile work and graphics, 3D, that are on this building. It's labeled on the front door, living in Artimony, and I don't know whether that means it's art or environmental. On my way out to Playa Loberia, and I heard some kind of piece of equipment working high up on the other side of that hill, just beyond that ridge line. This is their gravel pit for the airport off to our right. 20-minute walk from town, actually. So after a nice long walk, after I plucked through the pain in my inflamed sciatic, we are here at Loberia. This is a meeting place for humans, apparently turtles, and sea lions. So let us walk the path. No big surprise at the ecology. Can't go that way, which means that that's where all the really good stuff is. Wherever that might be. So, this way. Craft to find some place to scurry and hide in this jumble of rock. It's supposed to be steep cliffs here, but where they are, I don't know, unless it's way the hell over there. Apparently a popular surfing beach also, although the waves don't look terribly impressive. Disagree. Now we're back at the other end of town from where my hostel is. There are 2 or 3 hostels here, and a bar, and a pretty little water feature with what looks like a swordfish, but nice toilets. Don't see that often. A pretty little beach you can share with seals or whatever that bird is. Interesting. Didn't think they had one on the tour shops and tourist shops. Maybe some restaurants hidden in there, a couple hostels. The street that I am on comes directly up from the beach. It'd be interesting to know what the history of this stone and wood building is. Notice there's another wood building further up, and a very pretty one on the right corner. Today evidence in earlier history than most of the other buildings, or just a modification of one of the older buildings? And why wood instead of just continuing up with the stone or cement that they normally use? A building that has even more wood on the bottom, whether it's just a fascia or not, I don't know. Looks like the studs up there may be almost 4 feet in separation. Behind me is what might have been once upon a time the main plaza. So this might have been an important building. It had noticed 2 full stories of wood with a curved corner, which is nice. We're down at the other end from where I was yesterday after my hike to the ocean. And this is what I call the seal nursery. As you'll see a lot of the young ones here along with their mothers. Others and their young seem to loll on that stair, and they are through swimming. They laboriously crawl over those rough rocks, the little ones and the big ones, so they can find a place to literally sleep for the rest of the day, it seems. I suppose as expert fishermen, there's no issue about taking a quick dip and finding a fish to eat and coming back to sleep. Statue, what's left of it, commemorating perhaps a fisherman. Pretty tree of its kind, whatever that are. We're now almost at the very end of, to the right, I'll say, as you're facing the ocean, of this town. Up there, several new houses being built, since they have magnificent views over that harbor, and a beautiful beach here, and developed area. It's nicely done. So if you really love living here, this would be a place to be. But everything is reasonably expensive by their terms, not so much by ours, but very limited, and you've got one 650-mile flight to get out. We're now at the Interpretative Center. They provide things here to do, but absent taking a tour on a boat, it's very difficult to get anywhere, and frankly there's not much to get to. A tortoise breeding center on most of the islands. This Interpretative Center, nicely done, with a nice gradual walkway up to it, up this hill. On that boat that's pulling out are yelling like something's exciting happening over there. A lovely building inside, built, financed by the Spanish government in support of Ecuador's. This is the entire facility. It's a pretty layout. I guess these walls over here were probably to house some Galapagos turtles. I don't know if there are any. I don't think I've seen a turtle yet on this island. Everything you'll read in here, you would read in a casual search of the internet. There's San Cristobal Island. There's Santa Cruz. And there is Isabella Island. I think if this is valid, it gives an idea of how high these underwater mountains actually are. Darwin's conclusion that each beak functions as a tool. And more importantly, there are different tools for different islands.